Right, guys. Today I'm in school, but I'm having to supervise some of the kids who come into school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few examples. Then what I'd like you to have a go at is the questions on the worksheet. There are answers supplied, so you can actually have a look through, see how the answer is worked out as well. Okay. So first of all, first example. This is all about real life. Okay. In everyday life, people are dealing with weights. Okay, or the massive thing. So kilograms. Sometimes we got to work out how much of an amount of a kilogram we need. Let's say if we need a certain percentage. Sometimes we need to look at the amount of money we deal with. So if we're having to work out a percentage of money, then we need to work out percentages. Sometimes we get increases in pay and we just want to know how much we're going to be getting paid. Okay, so these are real life questions and something that actually a lot of us can try and figure out, when we start doing this ourselves. So, first example. Now, the thing to remember is percentages are always parts out of 100. So, I can work out certain percentages really easily. 50%, I would just divide everything by 2. Okay, because if the 100% is the whole amount and I divide it by 2, then I get my 50%. Okay, because I half 100. If I, let's say, wanted 10%, then I take my whatever my 100% amount was, and I divide it by 10 because 100 divided by 10 is 10. So to find that 10%, we divide by 10. So looking at this question, first one, I want 60% of 300 kilograms. So my first step would be to actually take my 300 kilograms, because my 300 kilograms is 100%. Okay, and then I'd try and figure out a nice percentage that I can make up to my 60%. So if I divide everything by 10, then I get 10%. Divide 300 by 10 and I get 30. So I know 10% equals 30. If I wanted 6 of these, I would get 60%. So I'm going to have to times this by 6. So I first of all divide it by 10, and then I'm going to times by 6. And that's going to get 6 lots of 10 is 60%, and I've got to do 6 times 30. So 30 times by 6, 6 times 0 is 0, 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, and I am timesing. So my 60% is 180 kilograms. Alright, so break it down into small chunks. I've broken it down into 10% and then I've timesed it by 6 to make 60%. So the next question, find 12% of £4,000, is a bit trickier, but not that much trickier. To make 12%, I need 10% and 2%. Okay, so why don't I first try and make 10%? So my 100% equals £4,000. So 10% is divided by 10, so that's £400. Okay, divide 4,000 by 10 and I get 400. Now, if I were to work out 1%, I could double it to get my 2%. And then if I have 10% and 2%, I could add them together to make 12%. So 1% would be to divide by 10 again. If I divide by 10 again, I get 40. Okay, so therefore 2% would mean I need to double my 1%, so I get £80. Now 12% is 10% plus 2%, so 10% plus 2% will be equal to 400 plus 80. So therefore my 12%, because 10 plus 2 is 12, is 480. And this is pounds, so let's put a pound sign. And that's how you do that. Okay, so when we're finding a percentage of amount, break it down into small chunks and then add all those small chunks together. Do your best with that. Right, I've chucked in quite a tricky one as well. Okay, this is about an increase. So sometimes we get pay rises, sometimes the value of things go down, they get a decrease, so you have to work out a decrease in a percentage. This one is an increase. It's saying Josh earns £24,500 a year. He is to get a 5% increase. How much will Josh be paid after the increase? Okay, so what we need to do is we need to work out 5% of the amount and then add it on, because increase means we add it on, decrease means we take it off. So first of all, my 100% equals 24,500. So I want to work out 5%. So let's work out 10% first. If I divide by 10, I get 10%. So knock off a 0, I'm left with 2,450. Now, we should know that half of 10 is 5. So half of 10% is 5%. So I need to halve this. The way we halve things is divide by 2. So 2,450 divided by 2 is 1,200. 2 2's go into 50 with 1 remainder, and then 5 2's go into 10. So 5% is £1,225. Now, if he's going to get an increase, he's going to get the amount he normally gets plus the 5%. So what I need to do is I need to add on to my 24,500 1,225, and that is just an addition question. Plus 1,225. I'm going to add them on. So let's see what we get. 0 and 5 is 5. 0 and 2 is 2. 5 and 2 is 7. Comma. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then we get a 2. So how much does Josh now get paid? £25,725. Look, there are a few different questions on the worksheet, okay? These will help you with some of them. Have a go at the questions, then if you need to, have a look at the answers after you've given it a go, alright? We'll have a live lesson next Monday, so I will speak to you all then, alright? Have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.